clap for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today for our session. So we are going to have a very nice interactive session, and I hope you all will be really energetic throughout the day. So shuru kare? Good. So let us just start with our today's session. But before that, just a small request. Can I request all of you to put your mobiles on silent mode so that it doesn't disturb our speakers as well as the other audiences? Okay, so I think we are all good to go. So to begin with our today's session, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ajinkya Huddar, Managing Director of Pelf Infotech, to present the welcome note. Can we please give a huge round of applause as I request Mr. Ajinkya to take the stage.
Namaskar, good morning. So, good morning. Let's begin with why do we call it a Innovation Day? Just like we celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, Friendship Day, why not Innovation Day? This day is dedicated to all of you, users who are innovators in their respective domain and contributing for the larger social interest. With the launch of SOLIDWORKS 18, we are moving one step ahead with providing a new age technology that is the 4th generation technology, Industrial Revolution 4.0, that is what now everybody has started calling it. Traditional manufacturing process, which was linear in manufacturing, consumers' demands were fairly that way, they're very simple. Example, they were expecting a durability or the sustainable products. That was the basic requirement. But in present scenario, where we call it as a distributive manufacturing process, example, SNS intent, big data, or it can be achievable regardless of gender or gets everything on net. It can be connected and customized, moving with the industrial smart manufacturing process. I'm sure the 2018 would stand all this expectation. This year, we would be launching about 250 plus new announcements in SOLIDWORKS. And out of which, like I'm not going with all because today, entire day, you're going to see all those announcements. But the top 4 which I personally liked it, I'm just going to highlight it in front of you. The first one is basically the touch or the gesture. In today's scenario, we all use the electronic gadgets. Let it be our mobile phone, tablets, or even for that matter now laptops also. In fact, like on the back side, you would see that today we are going to introduce about virtual reality. I mean, HP's stall is also there. So whenever you get in time, then perhaps like you would be able to see that. So all this gesture-based, similar kind of smart hand gesture that is introduced in SOLIDWORKS 2018. So now, both the hands can be utilized basically to create the geometry or maybe it is completely a gesture-based expansion, zoom in, zoom out or whatever. So all those functionalities are been built in with your 2018. So this is one of the great functionality which I personally liked it. Secondly, this year we would be introducing a SOLIDWORKS CAM, which is also again a built-in tool. So it has basically 2.5 axis and 2 axis, turning as well as mill, turn and mill both. So in 2015, if you remember, that we introduced a MBD, that is model-based definition, which supports a manufacturing, GD&T and colors, textures, etc. But now with SOLIDWORKS CAM, it is a basically new drive to a CNC, and this is where is very smarter because since it is built in SOLIDWORKS, so I think all the SOLIDWORKS users are familiar with smart components and smart features. That is all gesture-based features. So all smarter functionalities, these all smart functionalities can understand basically, whether it's a counter bore or counter sunk, whether the drilling operation needs to be done, what operation needs to be performed where, all those sort of things, the software will automatically understand. And based on that, and that is why we call it as a smart manufacturing process. So, like with respect to that, it adopts the intelligent, independent methodology or the process for the entire manufacturing activities. Let's go to our third one. It's basically a topology. So what do you mean by topology? It optimizes the form with the parts you design. Example, in finite element analysis or simulation, we use the topology to use the appropriate way to optimize the geometry. The technology tells you how best optimized design can be achieved based on given field constraints. The engineers will upfront understand about adding or removing of the material. This is the smartest way to basically optimize the features. So geometrically also you can optimize it, and before going for actually the finite element analysis activities. And we have another product which was Visualize. So I personally like that functionality as well, which is available in Visualize, that get a design to reality with high quality rendering before manufacturing or prototyping. So photo effect, camera, views, light effect, these are about 1,000 plus material and textures library on actually a real effect. I mean, yesterday I have seen if you really see the diamond, you would be able to see the dispersion of light. Up to that level, this rendering facility has been created. So these are all real effect and no need to disturb your existing CAD works, as a high quality rendering will be a parallel activity. That's the beauty of it. Okay. Now coming back to this, you would see Vyasochishtam Jagat Sarvam. This is Maharshi Vyasa's photograph. It means that no topic or subject related to the human life is left untouched by Maharshi Vyas. How you would be surprised that how it is related to Pelf, right? Everybody has the question in mind. Our continued journey towards the success is because of the customers. This is our 15 years, by the way. And this is not only with the customers, well-wishers, blessings, and of course, with all your orders. We have successfully completed 15 years in industry by taking an inspiration from Maharshi Vedavyasa. As a social responsibility to our valuable customers, we are this year bringing about 4 new products to the market. The first ever product which I would like to introduce is the NCG CAM. This is UK-based company. You would be surprised, like already we are giving you the SOLIDWORKS CAM. So what does this CAM? I mean, you're also aware that one particular function cannot suffice to all the requirements available in the industry. So this particular CAM would be addressing specifically to the mold, die and tooling industry. And we have another product called as a HCL CAMWorks, specifically used for the precision engineering. So application, and this year newly introduced SOLIDWORKS CAM for a general engineering. So in short, we have a complete range of manufacturing solution available. The DryWorks. This DryWorks is basically a knowledge-based engineering. It's a product basically utilized for the design automation tool. It's a proven technology which is having about 14 years a footprint in the market. And fortunately, we have a great customer base. We just started about 6 months back. And then we have already 10 plus customers already in this. And then we have already started with a couple of customers automation processes with them. Awaited, which is my favorite too. This is a Markforged. This is the only company in the world offers a industrial printer for the composite material. You might have already seen the material SLA based or plastics or that sort of thing. This is the first ever 3D printer which is available for the composites. That means the glass fiber reinforced and carbon fiber reinforced. So actually the strength wise, if you see, it is 10 times more strength than a plastic part. Thing is going to actually create a big impact into the industry, I'm sure about it. Because by using this particular metal printing activities, this is a cheaper, but quality-wise, if you really see, this has got a phenomenal, great capabilities available with as compared to our competition. So there are certain proud moments which I would like to share with you. The proud to be a solo active catalyst in mushrooming a fab lab. It is the only company, I mean Pelf Infotech, I'm really proud to say this, and thank you SolidWorks for that, that we have so far established the 3 fab lab centers in association with SolidWorks and Massachusetts. So proud to be a solo active catalyst in mushrooming the fab lab as industry institute initiative in association with Dassault and Massachusetts. Totaling 3 numbers, out of which 2 are in India and 1 is in Bhutan. So it is our eastern neighbor. The slide is Adhyatmate to Adibhautik. That is spirituality to Epiophilic. Why this name is given? Because now we have a wide range of customer. The first ever slide, if you see, the chariot, everybody is familiar with like the Granth, every year's the Dindi during Ashad period in Pune. So they travels all the way from Alandi to Pandharpur, and hundreds and thousands of people or the pilgrims basically travel with them. So this is one of the biggest thing. And then earlier this chariot used to be on, I mean Bullock actually used to pull it. But this chariot is completely battery operated, designed by one of the customer. And that is what is the reason, like we are into a spirituality. We are into, the second one is basically one of our customer. They have designed this solar lamps. So solar lamps, heavy engineering material, medical, apart from that material handling, then process and power, and also into a basically the rocket science. So we are everywhere, our customer base is everywhere, and we are growing everywhere with the customer base having about 1,000 plus customer and more than about 25,000 licenses. That of course that includes not just commercial but the educational licenses as well. So with that, with this note, I really thank you once again, all of you, with Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhavat Bhavet, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much.